Good evening. This is Akashwani. I am VC Pramod with the news at 9. The headlines. NIA charge sheets 4 Khalistani terror operatives in Chandigarh grenade attack case. Normalcy in Manipur can be restored through dialogue and togetherness, asserts Justice B R Gavai, marking the 12th anniversary of Manipur High Court. 22 Maoists surrender in Bijapur district of Chhattisgarh. Ukraine and US delegations to hold talks in Saudi Arabia to discuss details of partial ceasefire between Kyiv and Moscow. US lifts bounties on 3 Taliban officials, including Interior Minister Sirajuddin Haqqani, in a sign of progressive bilateral relations. And India clinches Women's Kabaddi World Cup, defeating England. The National Investigation Agency NIA has charge-sheeted 4 terror operatives of the Babbar Khalsa International BKI terrorist organization in the September 2024 Chandigarh grenade attack case. An official statement said today that the accused include Pakistan-based designated terrorist Harvinder Singh Sandhu alias Rinda and US-based Harpreet Singh alias Happy Pussy. More from our correspondent.
In the charge sheet filed before the Special NIA Court Chandigarh, all 4 accused persons have been charged under multiple sections of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, the Explosive Substances Act, and other related provisions for their roles in planning and supporting the attack. The statement issued by the NIA said that the 2 terrorists, Rinda and Happy Pussy, were the primary handlers and conspirators behind the attack. It said they had provided logistical support, terror funds, weapons and ammunition to India-based on-ground operatives in Chandigarh for executing the grenade attack. It said the September 2024 attack was intended to target a retired officer of Punjab Police, who the assailants believed to be the occupant of the house. Investigations in the case are continuing and NIA is trying to track down other members of the BKI terror group and dismantle its network in India. With KG Sharma's report, this is Reshma Tiwari, Akashwani News, Delhi.
The Narcotics Control Bureau NCB has said that a notorious gangster and drug trafficker Jagdeep Singh alias Jaggu Bhagwanpuria has been detained and shifted from Bhatinda of Punjab to Central Jail in Silchar of Assam. The gangster has been detained under the Prevention of Illicit Traffic in Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances PIT NDPS Act. Jaggu, who is also accused in Sidhu Moosewala's murder case, has repeatedly used mobile phones to orchestrate criminal activities from within Punjab's high-security jails, as evidenced by multiple cases. The Supreme Court Judge Justice B R Gavai today said that all problems can be resolved through constitutional means. Speaking at a function marking the 12th anniversary of the Manipur High Court in Imphal, Justice Gavai emphasized the power of dialogue, stating that solutions are within reach when people come together. Leading a team of 5 Supreme Court judges on a 2-day visit to Manipur, Justice Gavai shared insights from their interactions with those affected by violence. He highlighted that during their visit, they spoke with people in relief camps in Churchandpur and Bishnupur, noting that everyone from both communities expressed a shared desire for peace and an end to the current turmoil. Meanwhile, Union Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal addressed the ongoing peace process, acknowledging improvements in the situation but stressing the need for continued progress.
मणिपुर हाई कोर्ट के 12 साल स्थापित होने पर मैं बधाई देता हूं। हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को भी 75 साल पूरे हुए हैं, तो हम पूरे देश में हमारा संविधान, हमारा गौरव के कार्यक्रम करते रहते हैं। ये कार्यक्रम भी उसी श्रृंखला का एक पार्ट है और मणिपुर में जो शांति की प्रक्रिया चल रही है उसमें और तेजी आए और मणिपुर विकास के रास्ते में आगे बढ़ते हुए भारत को विकसित भारत बनाने में अपना योगदान दें।
Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs Kiren Rijiju and Civil Aviation Minister Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu today flagged off the 9th edition of the JK Tyre Constitution Club of India car rally for parliamentarians in New Delhi. The event is primarily aimed at promoting road safety awareness among people. Talking to media, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju said that road safety is very important for every citizen and advised people to follow safety measures to prevent accidents.
रोड सेफ्टी हर एक नागरिक के लिए अत्यंत आवश्यकता है। आप सड़क पे जब जाते हैं तो सड़क में दुर्घटना ना हो उसके लिए कई चीजें हैं। गाड़ी चलाने का, लेन मेंटेन करने का, ड्राइविंग स्किल, रूल फॉलो करना, किस स्पीड में जाना। दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा सड़क हादसा हमारा देश में होता है, तो ये चिंता का विषय है। मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट की ओर से ये कार्यक्रम किया गया है और ऐसा कार्यक्रम चलते रहना चाहिए।
Civil Aviation Minister Kinjarapu Mohan Naidu highlighted that road safety is a top priority for the country today. He urged every citizen in this country to step up and be morally disciplined when travelling by road.
Road safety is a top priority for the country today. Each and every citizen of this country should step up and be morally disciplined when he is travelling by road. We are losing almost 180,000 people every year. This is the statistic from last year. I see that in the coming future, with the efforts of the government and with the contribution of the society, we are going to achieve much better standards in road safety. That has to be the collective responsibility.
In Chhattisgarh, 22 Maoists, including 2 women, surrendered before the police in Bijapur district today. District Additional Superintendent of Police Ulandan York said that a total reward of 11 lakh rupees has been declared on 6 of the surrendered Maoists. The surrendered Maoists were given a cash incentive of 25,000 rupees each under the state government's rehabilitation policy.
आज कुल 22 नक्सलियों के द्वारा आत्मसमर्पण किया गया है। इसमें एओबी के सदस्य, इसके अलावा प्लाटून मेंबर्स, तेलंगाना स्टेट कमेटी मेंबर्स, कुल 11 लाख के इनामी नक्सली हैं। नक्सल संगठन से मोहभंग पश्चात मुख्य धारा से जुड़ना और शासन के कल्याणकारी जो कार्य हैं, इसके अलावा लगातार नवीन कैंपों की स्थापना और हमारे जो पुलिस बल और सीआरपीएफ के बल हैं, इनके द्वारा इसमें प्रयास किए गए हैं और आज कुल 22 नक्सलियों के द्वारा आत्मसमर्पण किया गया है।
The Chhattisgarh government, in line with Home Minister Amit Shah's vision to eradicate Naxalism by March 2026, has intensified its crackdown on Maoists. We have a report.
The Chhattisgarh government, along with the central government, has waged a decisive battle against the Maoists. On last Thursday, 30 Maoists were killed in 2 different encounters in Chhattisgarh. If we talk about the last 1 year, 380 Naxalites have been killed in encounters in Chhattisgarh. About 1,070 Naxalites have surrendered, while about 1,200 Naxalites have been arrested. The result of the multi-dimensional strategy of the government is that now a large number of Naxalites are leaving violence and returning to the mainstream of society. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, in his recent statement in the Rajya Sabha, has reiterated the resolution that the country will be freed from the Naxal problem by the next 1 year, that is March 2026. Vikalp Shukla, Akashvani News, Raipur.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle @AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. The India Meteorological Department IMD has forecast heavy rainfall, very likely at isolated places over Kerala, Mahi, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal today. We have a report.
According to the weather department, hot and humid conditions are likely to prevail at isolated places over Gujarat during the next 2 to 3 days. Kerala, Mahe, coastal Andhra Pradesh, Yanam, Rayalaseema and south interior Karnataka are likely to experience thunderstorms accompanied by gusty wind in the coming 2 days. IMD further predicted lightning and squally weather over Gangetic, West Bengal, Odisha, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura. Northwest India can witness a gradual rise in maximum temperatures by 3 to 5 degrees Celsius during the next 4 days. The Met Department further added that maximum temperatures over the central part of the country and interior Maharashtra can experience a gradual rise of 2 to 4 degrees Celsius in the coming 4 to 5 days. Priya Mondal for Akashvani News, Delhi.
Flight service from Ghaziabad's Hindon Airport to Jammu began today, with the first flight taking off from the Hindon Airport to Jammu at 9:30 a.m. Our Jammu correspondent reports that travelling to the Mata Vaishno Devi temple from the National Capital Region NCR has now become more convenient. Passengers will no longer need to travel to Delhi Airport to reach Jammu, as they now have an additional air travel option within the NCR. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky today said that a delegation of his country is expected to meet with US officials in Saudi Arabia tonight to discuss details of the partial ceasefire between Kyiv and Moscow. Ukraine is sending technical teams to discuss the details of the partial ceasefire. The meeting is scheduled ahead of ceasefire negotiations in Saudi Arabia, in which Ukraine and Russia are expected to hold indirect US-mediated talks tomorrow. The talks scheduled to discuss a pause in long-range attacks targeting energy facilities and civilian infrastructure. Meanwhile, ahead of the negotiation, at least 7 people were killed after Russia launched a barrage of drones across Ukraine overnight today. According to local Ukrainian officials and emergency services, Russia launched 147 drones across Ukraine. In a statement on social media, Ukrainian president said attacks such as the one in Kyiv were a daily occurrence for Ukraine. The US has lifted bounties on 3 Taliban figures, including the Interior Minister Sirajuddin Haqqani. Interior Ministry spokesman Abdul Mateen Kani today said the US government had also revoked the bounties placed on Abdul Aziz Haqqani and Yahya Haqqani. A Foreign Ministry official, Zakir Jalali, said the Taliban's release of US prisoner George Glesman on Friday and the removal of bounties showed that both sides were moving beyond the effects of the wartime phase and taking constructive steps to pave the way for progress in bilateral relations. South Korea has declared a state of emergency as deadly wildfires continue to burn across its southeastern regions, killing at least 4 and causing widespread destruction. The Interior Ministry made the announcement in response to the extensive damage caused by simultaneous wildfires across the country, particularly in the provinces of North and South Gyeongsang and the southeastern city of Ulsan. In women's Kabaddi, India clinched the 2025 World Cup title with a dominant 57-34 victory over England today in Wolverhampton, England. For the third-place match, Hong Kong women secured a decisive 75-14 win against Wales yesterday at the same venue. Meanwhile, in the men's Kabaddi World Cup 2025, the final match between defending champions India and England is currently underway in Wolverhampton. India advanced to the final by defeating Wales in the semi-final with an impressive 93-37 scoreline. England, on the other hand, earned their place in the final with a win over Scotland in the other semi-final. For the first time outside Asia, this tournament saw top Kabaddi teams compete across the West Midlands with matches in Birmingham, Coventry, Walsall and Wolverhampton. In the IPL T20 cricket, Sunrisers Hyderabad SRH defeated Rajasthan Royals RR by 44 runs at the Rajiv Gandhi International Cricket Stadium in Hyderabad. Chasing a victory target of 287 set by SRH, RR could only make 242 runs for 6 in the allotted overs. For SRH, Ishan Kishan hit 106 runs. In the second match today, Chennai Super Kings are now playing against Mumbai Indians at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. The fourth day of the Khelo India Para Games brought excitement with tough games from powerlifters, athletes, archers and shooters. In the powerlifting event held at New Delhi's JLN Stadium today, Punjab's powerlifter Jasprit Kaur made history by becoming the first athlete in the Khelo India Para Games to break a national record. Competing in the 45 kilogram category, she lifted 101 kilograms to claim the gold medal. In athletics, Ishwar Rampal Tak won the gold medal, Manjeet secured silver and Akshay Kumar Meena claimed bronze in the men's javelin F12, F13 category. At the Dr. Karni Singh shooting range, Sumedha Pathak clinched the gold medal in the 10-meter air pistol women's ASH1 category. Rubina Francis secured silver while Anita Kumari took bronze. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. NIA charge sheets 4 Khalistani terror operatives in Chandigarh grenade attack case. Normalcy in Manipur can be restored through dialogue and togetherness, asserts Justice B R Gavai, marking the 12th anniversary of Manipur High Court. 22 Maoists surrender in Bijapur district of Chhattisgarh. Ukraine and US delegations to hold talks in Saudi Arabia to discuss details of partial ceasefire between Kyiv and Moscow. US lifts bounties on 3 Taliban officials, including Interior Minister Sirajuddin Haqqani, in a sign of progressive bilateral relations. And India clinches Women's Kabaddi World Cup, defeating England. Men's final between India and England underway. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.